Good morning. My name's Carl Lott. I'm the chair of WHCHC's Board of Directors. And welcome to Berendo Sage. And to our residents who live here, welcome home. Thank you so much for being here. You, we, all of us, collectively, are part of the solution to housing insecurity and homelessness. And as you all know, housing is the foundation of a person's life. Berendo Sage, this building, is 42 units of affordable housing for low-income families. And the building consists of studio apartments, 1, 2, and 3-bedroom units. Half of the units are for permanent supportive housing, reserved for families who have experienced homelessness. This is WHCHC's 5th affordable housing community in Los Angeles, with 4 of them right here in Koreatown and the Pico Union area. Many of you who are here already know a little bit about WHCHC, but I want to tell you a little bit about what we do. We are a nonprofit affordable housing developer. Our mission is to build homes and provide services that move community members from insecurity to stability. And we've been doing this since 1986. So this is our 36th year. We currently house 1,200 residents in 744 units in 21 affordable housing communities in 3 different cities. We have 5 projects in development right now, representing another 399 units, which hopefully will come online soon, including Mariposa Lily, which is just a few blocks away from here and is on track to open this May. WHCHC transforms the lives of individuals and families. We combine the stability of affordable housing with on-site supportive services. Yes, we do build beautiful buildings that house people, as you can see from this building. But we also provide supportive services that keep people housed and help them thrive. The programs and services are customized to each community and are offered free of charge. These services have increased health outcomes among isolated seniors. They've improved the overall wellness of people living with chronic illness. They've helped break the cycle of poverty with first-in-the-family college graduates. It's amazing what stable housing can do. And our residents reflect the wonderful and wide-ranging diversity of Greater Los Angeles and include people of every stripe. As long as there is a need, and with your help, WHCHC will continue building homes and providing services that move community members from insecurity to stability. And again, we thank you for being here. We have a number of dignitaries here, and I want to start out. It's my great pleasure to introduce to you the Honorable Karen Bass, the Mayor of the great city of Los Angeles.
Well, good morning, afternoon, everyone. It's chilly, but I am very glad to be here because I tell you, I wish I could do this every day. I am doing it multiple times a week, though, which is very exciting because for all the years that it took for the housing to come online, it's all coming online now, and I think that's a wonderful thing. So I want to thank you, Carl. I want to thank Jesse and everyone at West Hollywood Community Housing Corporation for your hard work to make this beautiful building come through. With 5 projects in production, I want to acknowledge your commitment to solving our city's most pressing and urgent challenge. And so I've been mayor now for 88 days. And but who's counting? And going to ribbon cutting after ribbon cutting, because this is what we need to do. We have to bring people out of these tents into temporary housing, but the goal is this, which is permanent supportive housing. This is what we need in our city. And people might be familiar with Inside Safe. That's the immediate thing to do, but that is just one piece of the puzzle. That's why I did, a few days later, sign executive directives to expedite the building, because everyone that builds in the city says the same thing. There's too much red tape, there's too much bureaucracy. How do we fast forward it? So that is the other part of what we're trying to do. And then ultimately, if you can build housing faster, it is cheaper. And that's what we need to do all over the city. Now, I know you're not expecting me to point you out, but can you please come up here? Could you? Yes, you. Please come up here. Because I want everyone to see her shirt. I support housing for unhoused people in my neighborhood.
I'm from Venice.
Oh, right. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. I know she doesn't know me from Adam, but I saw that shirt and I said everybody needs to see it, because the bottom line is that's the solution. We have to build housing everywhere, and everybody in Los Angeles has to say, I can find a place in my neighborhood to build. And so I'm just very proud to be here today, and so happy to meet people who are living here and smiling and saying that it's a wonderful place. So thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, Mayor, and thank you for your commitment to ending homelessness. We really look forward to working with you and your staff in all the projects that we have coming up. We have a number of other people here today. I'm just going to point out a few people. Representing Councilwoman Heather Hutt from City of Los Angeles, Council District 10. We have Alan Antonio. Please stand up. Where are you, Alan? Right here. Say hello. We were going to have a representative from Dianne Feinstein's office, Naomi Song. Is Naomi here? There's Naomi in the back. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the senator's support as well. Isela Gracian represents LA County District 2 Supervisor Holly Mitchell. Isela, are you here? Thank you for the county support as well. We have a number of projects that are not in the city, but so we will be working with the county officials as well as city officials in all of our projects. We have Eric Ares representing LA City Council District Number 1, which used to be for the district in which Berendo Sage is located. We've had some redistricting, but thank you so much for your support. And now we're going to turn to the Los Angeles Housing Department, which utilizes the funds from Measure HHH to support affordable housing projects like this. And we have a person from from LAHD. It's Ann Sewell. Are you here? Here you are, Ann. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. As the mayor said, there's been a lot of these. There were a lot of these starting a few months ago, and I evolved the philosophy that only a fool postscripts her boss. But there you go. I'll be a fool for a minute. I want to say congratulations to West Hollywood Community Housing Corporation. I just leaned over and asked Jesse, so what year were you incorporated? He said, 1986. Don't you remember? You did it. And I'm like, it was a long time ago. And I usually do it like, okay, daughter's now X age and multiple, go backwards. But, part of, I used to run what is now Abode Communities, and one of the reasons why we helped start West Hollywood, Church and Temple Housing Corporation, which became Skid Row Housing Trust, Esperanza, is that at the time you could fit all of the people who did this kind of housing in Legal Aid's conference room, which only holds 12. And we realized that we couldn't have a movement until we had enough people. And so that work really is what drove, HHH and H and United House LA. And so I'm just so proud of of West Hollywood and the growth that it's had and the projects that it's doing, and I just really want to say thank you. I know how hard it was. This is one of 40 projects that have been opened to people to move in since December of 2022. Out of the 130 projects with over 8,600 units that are funded with HHH money. We set out with HHH to build 7,000 units because the city could only build 3,000 with the money that it had, and we've gone almost 2,000 units over that. We're going to be over 12,000 units in a year and a half. So I am really proud of our development partners. It takes a lot of effort to stretch that money because it means multiple trips back and forth to Sacramento and everywhere to get it, and I'm really, the average subsidy for HHH was $118,000 a unit, so it really did stretch that, and I'm really pleased, and I just want to say thank you, and keep on doing it. And as the mayor said, we will, with Executive Directive 1, we are putting all of these projects at the very front of the line, doing them at the same time concurrently instead of consecutively, and they will go faster, cheaper, better, and I'm really pleased to be part of that. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Ann, and thank you, LAHD. Now representing City Community Capital, which provided our construction loan for this building, please welcome Director Sonia Rahm.
It's kind of low. Oh, there we go. No mic. Okay, it's too fancy for me. Too fancy for me. Good morning.
Good morning.
It looks gloomy out there, but it's really not. It's a bright, beautiful day. Woo! And yeah, as noted, Sonia Rahm, City Community Capital, we provided the construction loan and also be providing the permanent loan on this impactful building with West Hollywood Community Housing. And I just want to say that folks love celebrating grand openings. It's probably the best part of the job, to come, see the building be built, meet the residents who are really impacted by this project and the lives that they're transformed. And it really is extra special when a project like this that closed in the middle of COVID, and folks kind of forget, you know, we look at all these spreadsheets and we run all these numbers and we have all these legal counsel reviewing documents, and there's a lot of brain damage that goes into building affordable housing, let alone permanent supportive housing. And sometimes you can lose sight on like what's really important and why we're here. And so these sort of events are just the most grounding experience to be here and to celebrate with all of you. And I want to say the leadership at West Hollywood Community Housing to be able to persevere. You've had some folks from the public side speak, as well as me from the private side, and just to kind of talk about like the different lenders and investors and folks that were really critical to this project. So we had Enterprise, and I know Reagan's sick and couldn't be here, but providing the low-income housing tax credits, Citibank on the lending side, LAHD with HHH, also City of LA with the ground lease, the state with the MHP, DHS providing support services. It really does take a village to make these projects work, and we at City are just grateful to be a small piece of that, and also grateful to all the different partners who were vested in this project. So for us on the Citibank side, during that 2020 time period, lots of banks kind of just went, we're not doing this right now. You know, it was a crazy time. And actually, West Hollywood Community Housing and City have a long history of working together, but we hadn't worked together in like over a decade. And so it was really nice to rekindle that relationship and starting with this project, and really grateful for that partnership. And I want to say specifically just a thanks to the leadership, Jesse, Anoop's back there somewhere hiding, and also the folks who are on the ground working on the project, Rachel, I know Rachel, Sergio, and Landy around here, so a testament to the whole West Hollywood Community Housing team for bringing the project to fruition and all their hard work, and folks who were here previously as well that we worked with. I think I can talk louder. I also want to thank my colleague, Holly, who's also hiding in the back there, was real critical to the project from the Citibank side. Worked really hard, long hours, is always there, accessible, and so grateful to be working with Hal. And just in conclusion, just want to say, it truly does take a village to build permanent supportive housing, mixed income population. West Hollywood Community Housing has been committed to this sort of really critical housing, like they said, for 36 years, and just congrats on adding one more super impactful project to your portfolio. And I hope to meet some of the residents here, so please come talk to me, because truly, it's all for you. So, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for that. And I mean, it goes without saying that our funding partners are an essential part of building these communities. We could not do this without you, and we are so grateful to have you here with us and to have you as part of our team. Enterprise Community Partners is another organization that helps fund these organizations. They've been a long-time wonderful partner for WHCHC, and for this project, they provided the equity financing. Reagan Mackling was going to be speaking. I understand she's not here. She's sick. Is there anyone else from Enterprise Community Partners here?
Brian Stones, I'm the asset manager. Jamar couldn't make it either, but just wanted to say that on behalf of Enterprise.
Do you want to come up here? Come on up. I mean, just say thank you from up here. I mean, it's the microphones are all here. They want to hear you.
I didn't have a speech prepared or anything like that, but I didn't even know. But anyway, we're just so excited. We love working with West Hollywood Community Housing, and I don't know what to say. It's just so happy. Looking forward to meeting the residents and seeing the building as well. So thank you.
Thanks so much. It's not bad for an impromptu speech. We also want to thank Enterprise because they helped fund this celebration. So thank you for that. All right, turning from our funding partners to our architect. The architect of the building, United Architecture Lab, I mean, obviously they did an amazing job. Just take a look. So we have Richard Solares from UAL here. UAL. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you all for having us. So each project is a journey of discovery and hope. For UAL, this project marks just over 1,800 affordable housing units throughout LA County, half of which are in the city of Los Angeles. So we've been on this journey quite a bit, and we know that it's a long road to solve this problem. Each journey requires a great client. In this case, West Hollywood Community Housing Corporation has been an amazing team, and we'd like to thank them for the opportunity. This is our third project with West Hollywood Community Housing Corporation, the other two of which we can actually see out in the distance there. So we're really excited to see this thing come to life because it truly is a labor of love, as it takes so long to get done. So architecturally, the tools that we implemented were transparency, texture, and color in order to create this building. And as many of you may have noticed, we have a great art piece in the stairway that's facing the street. And that art was inspired by the work of Gerhard Richter, which is a mural that's intended not only for the residents, but for the community. We collaborated with the artist, Misha Colin de la Torre, on this project, who did an amazing job interpreting the original inspiration and then ultimately making it a reality. I don't know if you can appreciate how hard it is to do a mural that's interrupted by floor by floor by floor and still make it look seamless, and I think she did an amazing job, as well as a lot of the patina texture that makes it look like copper underneath the stairways and facing the street. So amazing job, and thank you very much. I think it made the whole project so much more successful. So organizationally, the ideas were, how do we connect this building and this project to the community and to the street constantly? And through that, we implemented this idea of transparency in stairs, in terraces, and the roof deck. And ultimately, the roof deck is actually an extension of the street, actually bringing the street trees up to the deck, which they're kind of hibernating right now, as Tim would like to say. But they're actually a continuation of the streetscape master plan up on the roof to continue this connection with the community. And obviously the roof deck offers not only a amenity space, but an amazing connection through views of both this community and the city beyond, which is always amazing. So we're really happy with the way that turned out. For our team specifically, I had something to do with this, but very little. I'd like to take this time to acknowledge the real people who did this. Neil Silverstein, the project architect. Yep. And Diana Ganong, the project designer. And then Tim Grubb is here too, the landscape architect. And so the process starts with design, getting financed, getting permits, and building it. That's close to a 5 to 6 year process that they lived with this project. So it's amazing, and thank you for all your perseverance to get that done. So we started with discovery and hope. Every project is a discovery of what could be. And finally, hope. Hope through affordable housing, we'll build hope for the residences, the community, and the city, such that we may all have a more bright future. Thank you.
Thank you again, United Architecture Lab. All right, let's turn to WHC itself. We have a few more acknowledgements, and for those acknowledgements, I want to bring up our property manager for this building, Landy Joseph.
Hello, I'm actually the project manager. Yoslin is our property manager. Yeah, it's okay. So thank you so much. Again, my name is Landy Joseph, and I'm the project manager at WHCHC. It's been a privilege to manage this beautiful project over the past 2 years and to see it come to life. And I now have the distinct honor of thanking the members of an enormous orchestra of people and organizations without whom there would be no Berendo Sage. A sentence for each participant, or even an exhaustive list, would have us here all day, so apologies for rushing, and you'll thank me. And apologies for any inadvertent omissions, but we at West Hollywood would like to start by thanking our elected officials, LA City Mayor Karen Bass and former Mayor Eric Garcetti, and LA City Council members in both districts, LA County Supervisor of District 2, Holly J. Mitchell and staff, the State Assembly member Miguel Santiago and staff, at LA City Hall, the planning commissioners, and a special thank you to the city's housing general manager Ann Sewell and assistant general manager Daniel Hoon. Our funders, Lyft, who provided our pre-development loan, Eri Kameyama and Cynthia Fortes. At LHD, who provided our HHH loan, Helen Villagomez, Pedro Torres, Alejandro Viramontes, Victor Shum, Jean Montez, Edwin Gibson, Erin Laranaga, Rui Miranda, Ong Hu, Mark Holloway, Adam Miller, and Wendy Renteria at the ACHP unit. From HCD, who provided our MHP loan, Juan Almanza, Sumit Sanai, Carrie Valdez. From TCAC, Judith Blackwell, and certain Usamas. From Citibank, who provided our construction loan, Jeff Leary, Lee Ted, Bushra Simon, Don Munoz, Sonia Rahm, and our inspector, Jean Poitras. From Enterprise Community Partners, our equity investor, Sharon Turner, Monica Spinelli, Shaniqua Young, Mayumi Fukushima, Reagan Macklin, and Brian Stones. From US Bank, Mai Sao Vang, Grace Moon, and Julia Hummel. From the Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles, who provided our project-based vouchers, Shay Smith, Tim Young, Lucia Gutierrez, and Laquina LeBron. From Homeless Healthcare LA, who are our service providers, Frida Moss, Valerie D. Garcia, Lisa Russian, and Lori Kizia. From LA County Department of Health Services, who provided the funding for our services staff, Kristen Doyle and Alsalon Williams Brown. Our attorneys, past and present, Scott Barchet, Sarah Perez, and Nicole Klein. Our accountant, Jeff Rosenblum. Our property management firm, Barker Management, Romeo Rano, Tracy Jarigui, Yoslin Gonzalez, Lupe Agoncillo, Paul Chen, Marisol Castillo, and many others. From Commonwealth Land Title Company, Victoria Hunt, Cheryl Greer, Kathy Religioso, Randall Miller, and so many others from Unit 9. At Gallagher, our insurance agents who keep us out of trouble, Nicole Johansson and Robin Rosner. Our surveyor, Gregory D. Hansen. From Geocon, Harry Derkalustian, Carrie Corley, and Amanda Fair. Karen Bragg and her team at Partner Energy, who led our project to LEED Gold certification. Our HERS tester, Richard Barlow. At Abacus IT, Jerka Ambrose. From Manigan Design, Marissa Diaz, Kathleen Gregorov, Janine Clark, Sherry Hodge, who helped design the interiors and pick out the beautiful artwork and furniture. Our West Hollywood board members, past and present, whose participation in Berendo Stage was crucial, especially the Pipeline Committee. Our West Hollywood staff who worked on Berendo Stage, including Ted Zulaski, Amy Okamura, Walter Maynard, Ariana Melson, Danny Pepper, and Barbara Casey. And a special thank you to Jesse for his leadership. Our general contractor from UBC, Richard Spunt, Greg Badgett, David Rivera, Steve Salato, and at least a dozen other staff behind the scenes and 41 subcontractors. Our architects from Urban Architecture Lab, Neil Silberstein and Diana Gonong, and UL's principal and founder, Richard Solares. Our cast consultant, Paul Bishop. Our construction management firm, AMJ, Jack Wickersham, Annie Krikorian, and Jack Wickersham III. Our landscape architect at Comunitas, Timothy Grubbs. Our local artist, Maisha, which Richard mentioned earlier. You should definitely walk through the stairwell if you haven't done so. It's a really cool experience to go down. Okay. And I also want to say thank you lastly to my colleagues, Sergio Rosas and Rachel Bacola, who helped me get oriented when I was first starting at West Hollywood 2 years ago and was jumping right into the construction of Berendo Stage, and our director, Anoop, who helped with pushing through the finish line. That long list only scratches the surface. Because of each one of you and so many others, 41 households now have a beautiful and affordable home. They and their loved ones in the surrounding community are better off for it. Thank you all for the part you played in bringing this vision to life.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up. We have one more speaker. It's the person who leads this team of passionate professionals. It is the WHCHC President and CEO, Jesse Slansky.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jesse Slansky, the President and CEO of West Hollywood Community Housing Corporation. And I did not say that to Ann, by the way. I'm a very nice person, and I am thrilled to be here. This is the reason, as Carl said, why we do what we do. We've heard numerous times that it takes a village. It doesn't take a village. It takes an entire city to create affordable housing. And so we're so thrilled again to be here to celebrate with so many partners who were able to build Berendo Sage and bring this project to fruition. So first I have to start with a big thank you to our resident Pamela. Thank you for sharing your story. And Erica, who has agreed to show her unit, I don't know, she's not here. Erica, who has agreed to show her unit to all of you after, I have to thank her. Thank you. And next I have to thank our staff. So as Carl said, WHCHC is made up of committed and passionate individuals who are helping to solve our housing crisis here in Southern California. They show up to work every day with a positive outlook and a willingness to work collectively toward housing stability and ending homelessness. I can't thank you all enough. A special shout out to Sam Borelli and Nellie Yoon for making this all happen tonight. I also have the privilege of working with some extraordinary people who serve on our board of directors, both past and present. They are a diverse group determined to use their time and talents to further our mission Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Ryan. And thank you, everyone else who couldn't be here today. So we at WHCHC, we've always been at the vanguard. We have provided housing for people with disabilities before the term special needs was coined. We've provided housing for people experiencing homelessness before it was called permanent supportive housing. We have incorporated sustainable features into our buildings before LEED certified multifamily buildings. We now incorporate universal design principles into every unit so that everyone can comfortably age in place no matter their physical impairments. And we have always thought that everyone deserves to live in a beautiful building. We have been bringing glamour to affordable housing since 1986. Why do we do it? We do it for our residents. We do it for our residents. Our mission is building homes and providing services that move people from insecurity to stability. You've heard it from Pamela. I now have peace of mind. So since 1986, we've been driven by our mission to house people and to keep them housed. In the past 24 months, we've opened 4 new buildings with 221 units, housing 400 people, including 70 people who've experienced homelessness. But the need is heartbreaking. This building had over 7,000 applicants who have applied to live here at Berendo Sage. So we're going to continue doing what we do until we are no longer needed. We've got 5 more communities in the pipeline with almost 400 units in progress, and we're always looking to add more. So as our newest residents settle in here at Berendo Sage, they'll have the security of housing and access to critical supportive services. We're excited for them, and we're excited you're all here to share in our celebration. As I conclude, you will all have an opportunity to peek into some of the residents who have graciously offered to share their units. We ask that you be respectful of their privacy. Our staff will be on here to assist. There's a unit on the second floor, unit 218, and a unit on the first floor, 117, and you said 615. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful afternoon.